fucking with it right here with who I started with. Me something like a Spartan. It's going hard regardless. I'm from the 826 plus 5. Mo bitches, H-Uno, Central Coast, mobbing suicide. Always arsonist. I step in the booth and cast. I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music. I work hard at this.
That's right, live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Let me do an audio check. Let me see if you could hear me. Gracias to all the day ones. Gracias to everyone in the members only. You already know who you are. All the Chicano channel, all the Chicano pages. Hey, it's all nothing but love. If we don't agree on something, hey, at the end of the day, we could agree that we want the raza to advance and we want the raza to prosper. So, gracias to all the day oneers. It's Throwback Thursday, cabrones. I appreciate you guys that are tuning in already. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Gracias, everyone that's already in the comment section one more time. That's right. Don't forget to hit the like, hit the subscribe, and then hit the bell. And when you hit the bell, you got to hit the all button. That way you're notified every single time that we go live. We always got a lot to talk about, cabrones, but I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get into today, the Throwback Thursday. Oh, real quick. Tomorrow, Friday, we're going to have Miss Chicano Tube back on the channel. So Miss Chicano Tube, she got her own sazon. She got her own seasoning, her own flavor that she brings to the table. You already know when Miss Chicano Tube jumps on the live, it's the takeover. She's going to run it. She's going to be the takeover. So can't wait for that. Let's go ahead and Q&A. We'll still do the same old, it's the same old show, gente. You know what I mean? But now we just got Miss Chicano Tube. So again, we'll be reading the comments, laughing and all that. But shout out to everyone that's already commenting. Real quick, I also want to ask you guys, what do you think of the choice for Chicano Rap King of California? I want to ask that because, well, first off, YouTube, they done knocked that video out. YouTube grabbed that video and knocked it out of YouTube Landia forever and ever and ever. That's just what we got to face when you play music online. I mean, it is what it is. There's really no way around it unless you're playing unpopular music that they haven't registered or copyrighted. But what do you think as far as Peso? Peso's the king, in my opinion, of rap, Chicano rap in Northern California. Now, it was a hard pick because you have to choose someone that's all encompassing, someone that's going to cover everything, someone that got bars, rhymes, of course, in California, you know, someone that's hood. I mean, just for the appearance, I guess looks a little bit better. Someone that is unhood. Yeah, no, it's just California. They ain't going to look at it the same, at him or at her the same. He got bars, and shout out to him, and shout out to his neighborhood too. Shout out to the Playboys. I want to give a shout out to the Playboys. We're gonna have everyone throwing up Playboy bunnies now, you know. But that was just my opinion, and I think I came to a consensus with Pocho. Even though I know Pocho, he put Chitorranas on the table. He put Rico on Too Smooth on the table. He put bands. I think he even mentioned Weirdo. Maybe one other person, right? But I said, you know what? You're gonna put them all together as far as who's hot and who can go mainstream. Now that's important too. Go mainstream. This ain't the hood. This ain't a hood trophy. This is someone that got it. Someone that the promotional machine can get behind them and can blow up. And I believe the Chicanito Peso can do the damn thing. So shout out to all you guys. That's right, Carlos. I appreciate you, cabron. That's right, my boy. It's Thursday. Saquen las modelos. Saludos desde el 408. That's right, cabron. You're the neighbor up there. Well, are you going to the Dallas game? Wait, tap in with me if you're going to the Dallas Niner game. I never been to a football game. I'm going to go to that one. Just tap in with me, man. I'm looking out. I'm trying to tap in, you know what I mean, with the people that go to the Niner games, the hardcore ones. That's right, Hater Ranker, cabron. A little clip came out. Hater Ranker said, your snitch allegations. And he was talking about Swifty Blue. Again, there's videos out there. I don't know it to be true. I can never be 100. Never. Absolutely be 100. I don't know. Believe half of what you see, none of what you hear, Raza. They make shit up for you to click on it. You have to be the wiser. At least just know that you could be getting played when they drop videos, or even if they conspire. You know, a couple people conspire to drop the same kind of shit with the same kind of caption. It could be fake, it could not be real. But anyways, it's Throwback Thursday. I appreciate all the raza that's tapping in right now. Hold on a second. Give me a second, cabrones. That's right. Artie Marin's in the casa. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. So what did you think about the king of Cali, the king of rap, Peso? I think he got it. I think he got it sold up, man. That's right, 9 p.m. East Los in the casa. I appreciate you, hermano. We have Marvelous Minds that just stepped in the building. I appreciate you, Marvelous. I think I saw your response to the DM. Absolutely. They've been waiting for this, carnal. They really have. There's always a lot to talk about, but I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I know you're a busy man, etc. Gracias, carnal. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to go ahead and confirm that with you on IG. I just want to make sure we got the right date, cabron. If this Sunday is the one that's open, then absolutely, cabron. Because I thought I sent another Sunday's date, but absolutely with all respect. 2 minutes in, just getting started. That's right, my boy. That's right. I uploaded something in the members only. That's a real special treat for the members only. So shout out to the members only. Never forgotten. Day oneers, content creators, series of fighting. VIPs every single time. Anytime there's chingazos that go down, the members only is the one that's going to be there. That's for damn sure. Pesos from SoCal, not NorCal. Yeah, and I think Hater Ranker, the pinchy Hater Ranker. You ranked it. That's why you left Calexico way and you ranked it to San Bernardino. It's all good, man. It's all good, man. You know, I'm about money now. So, anyways, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, people were surprised. I said, you know, I picked a youngster from SoCal. I'm unbiased. I try to tell people. Even though the comments are wild, gente. Damn, the comments, Buster World, Chapete Tube. I mean, I swear, those are the comments. And I'm like, what in the world? Again, it's YouTube Landia, it's the Wild West. It's all good. You can hit the dislike button si quieres también, man. It's all good, man. I got thick skin. Don't worry about it. I've heard that a few times too. I've heard that. Mostly in the juvenile hall. But anyways, Bay Area, nothing stops. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. OG, triple OG. I don't know. He's been a little bit out of the picture. He's been just enjoying life. We haven't heard from him in months, right? I don't know what's going on. But Maxine, I appreciate you, amiga. Appreciate you. There's another day one Chicano tube lady. Let's go hit that like button. Absolutely, man. So what else has been going on the internet? What else has been going on? I was ready to call the cops. Am I scamming my victim? Shit, cabron. Keep trucha, man. Watch out, man. When you scam people, because then they run into you one day, and then that's it. San Joneros in the casa. That's right, cabron. I appreciate you. They're gonna have another event on this Sunday in San Jose. I believe it's called Lowrider Day. I was thinking of going out there with the familia. I forgot which park it was gonna be at, etc. But I think it was called Lowrider Day, or it was an is it a yearly thing? I don't know, but I think it's Story and King, cabron. I might be out there with the familia. I really do. Marvelous on Sunday. Right now, we're gonna confirm. You just seen Marvelous comment right now. I don't want to put the pinchy cart before the horse, but I'm gonna confirm with mi hermano. That way we could talk. Yeah, let's educate the people, man. Let's. I know we talk cheese, man. We talk a lot of things, right? A little bit of politics, sprinkle in what affects me and you, cheese, man, whatever. You cannot go without talking cheese, man, if you grew up in a Mexican family. Let's keep that a buck. Come on now. If you didn't grow up in a Mexican family, then, you know, then your experience is yours and maybe we can't relate. But in the Mexican families, ¿oíste lo que le pasó a la Jessica? No. Tía, ¿qué pasó? Come on now. So we're going to get into some cheese, man. So I'll confirm with Marvelous after this live, man. That's right, Ruben C. I appreciate you, cabron. Gracias. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. We got about 3 more weeks of the summer left, you guys. Let's make it a good one. So what do we got coming up? Well, I might as well say it now since Marvelous Minds already in the comment section. Marvelous is coming up. We got Marvelous coming up. We're trying to do the debate. The presidential debate is going to be on the 10th of September. We're trying to do a special one on 9/11. I know that lands on a commemorative day. 9/11. I'm trying to bring in Congressman Pete Hernandez again, chairwoman for the Republican National Hispanic Assembly again, Karina Powers, and then me and Miss Chicano to do something on 9/11. Man, what else do we got scheduled? Man, I've been getting a lot of feedback from you guys. You guys love the interviews, huh? Orale, Mikey tapped in to my break. That's right, cabrón. I appreciate you, Don Fierro, way. Grab that pinche fierro, man. You know what I might have to do, gente? With all due respect to everyone in the chat, with all due respect, we might have to start the wrenches all over again. The reason I say that is there's a lot of people that were thrown off the tira that were day oneers. And I started getting messages like about a week ago, and I've been doing them one at a time. Gente, I mean, you guys are throwing people out. You guys are removing people. I don't know what is it, your feelings, or I'm not sure, but we might have to go back and then start building up the wrenches again. And I know, you guys don't mind. I mean, it doesn't make you more of a day oneer to have a wrench. Really, to the ladies, I'm gonna probably keep the wrenches only on the ladies and go back to that. That's what I think I'm gonna do. There's it's less of a chance that the ladies are gonna go in there and do some conspiracy shit and just try to whack people. It's less of a chance, right? Negan the Saver, that's right. Ese mi paisa, ¿qué huele contigo, güey? Aquí somos tarascos y tapatíos, güey. Mi padre era de Cualcomán, Michoacán, y mi madre era de la linda ciudad de San José de Gracia, Jalisco, cabrón. So aquí rifamos las dos, güey, Tarasco y Tapatío, que pienso es que es la combinación más perrona, güey. Porque de Jalisco agarré las miradas y de Cualcomán agarré los huevos. Happy 1977, with all due respect, dispensa ladies. All due respect. Happy 1977, girl. I appreciate you, amiga. Gracias for tapping in. Artie Marin, I'm just saying. I used to hear that a lot when I would push the trays down B2. B2 was where the super, super active Sureños were, always housed in the juvenile hall. They were the ones that were going to Y. Let's just keep that. So I'm pushing the tray down there. They would bang on me, right? I was a buster. I was a chapete. They bang on me on the window, right? And I bang back. It is what it is. Just got out the pen, OG. Damn, well, do good, cabron. I mean, when you get out the pen, they don't set you up a resources way. They should require, but people that are leaving the pen, they should require them to learn a trade. They should help them with DMV services to get their license and ID. They should help them set up a bank account or Social Security, depending on how much time you've been down. A lot of people get Social Security when they leave the pen. Bro, they're setting motherfuckers up to leave the pen with no help. So it's a la brava way. If you wanted to be an animal and pick up where you left off, they don't help you. And if you're around nothing but killers on a 4-yard, then you're probably gonna do what you do, unless you have an epiphany like me and say, okay, I'm tired, and half of my family is has passed away, unfortunately, and I'm not gonna be the black sheep no more. Fuck that. Mr. Goyo just stepped in the casa carnal. I haven't seen you in a while. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Goyo. Another day wonder, cabron. Where you been, my boy? His hermano was right alongside me the whole time. Shout out to little David. Well, he's not little, but shout out to David. Goyo's hermano. I appreciate you, carnal. I don't know where you've been, but hope you're well. I hope you're blessed, and I hope the family is blessed, bro. Since the last time you jumped on, we done revamped the studio. We started doing in-person interviews because really no one in Northern Cali is putting on as a conglomerate. So that's what I got going on right now, man. We got big things for the channel, man. Big things. Maxime Barrel, I appreciate it. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring everyone with me. Everyone that's going to be a pioneer of this shit, you're going to remember it. You know what I mean? Because when this shit gets good, they're going to clip us. They're going to be talking about us. They're going to be reacting us. All of your personal channels are going to benefit. Everyone that's sitting on the couch. All of your personal channels are going to benefit. It just can't be no cualquieras, okay? We're just not throwing anybody in there like Banda World. Okay, a dude, you know what I mean, looks like he's still chasing the dragon. One dude he got bags that literally sag all the way to his chin and shit. The most solid dude they got on there is Droops, and they came up on Droops, man. I gotta give him that. His mouthpiece is good because he was able to pull a what we call a A-lister, to accompany and help the channel grow, cabrón. I still would love Droops to go back. If lucky, is getting AA, getting sober, and he's restructuring. He said new contracts for his guests, etc. Then Droops, my boy, go and holler at your boy and see if he can make make you that offer. And if not, a lot of people are gonna say fuck it, he needs to just take the offer, because and then that would be a big cheeseman, right? Damn, imagine the clowning going on in the banda world. As much as they clown him already, que cuerpo de almohada, que he looks like Banda Recodo. He does. He looks like a member of Banda Recodo. That's what I thought when I seen him. Um, that would be a big cheeseman. Then jump back on the couch with Hood Stocks. Do it. Do it, cabron. Do it for Highland Park, cabron. All due respect. Come on, everyone. Hit that like button. That's right. I appreciate it. That's all I ask, cabron. That's why I come on here, man. It's for you guys. But really, if it wasn't for you guys, Chicano Tube wouldn't be. So shout out to you guys, man. I appreciate it. That's right. Mr. Goyo's getting love. That's right, cabron. Well, of course, he's Raza, man. Goyo, shout out to you, cabron. Shout out to you, man. I got some stories that I'll probably only would put in the members only Goyo ever. With little David. But that'll only ever, and of course, it won't even name names really, just statute of limitations, all that shit. But his little carnalito is super solid. Super, super solid. And I still see him around town. That's right, Mr. Goy. I appreciate you. That's right, DC4L. That's right, Cabron. He's banging on him already. He's got Dallas Cowboy. Okay, a little bit of drama with CD Lamb and Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones, he says he wants one more trophy before he hits the dirt hole. That sounds gacho, but at the end of the day, gente, we're all gonna hit a dirt hole. Let's just keep that a buck. For people that think it's about money and having things, it's crazy because the memes is true, man. It's the most broke people that are trying to look rich during this day and age. And that's a fad or trending, or I don't know what it is, but hey, when you stop giving a shit about what people think, you really start living life. But anyways, that's my opinion. Orale Torta Slayer. That's right, cabrón. Comadre Tube. Hater World says you ain't a real podcaster with your 50 watchers. He could say, hey, and you're just stirring the pot, cabrón. He can say whatever he wants, cabrón. But what he can do is go outside. How about this? How about respond to Lucky? Where's the energy, cabrón? Tell Banda World, hey, you got called out. How come you didn't say shit? Same thing to Alvin, right? Hey, Alvin, where's the level 10 energy? Now, lately, people have been sending me clips because the motherfuckers got me blocked. But lately, they've been sending me clips that, no, Alvin has been talking to, now he's more, now he's a community representative again. Because now he's putting more things. I'm trying to help people. No, the only reason you're going back to that, because you would have been on your horse, level 10, Alvin. You would have still been on your horse, level 10. I don't even know why they consider you on the YouTube Yarda. You don't even know what the Yarda looks like. And I don't even know why you would be trying to put a video of what's an OG, because, well, for one, that's not you. Because no one can be an OG that just stays in their neighborhood. I don't care if you're there 100 years, which, I mean, of course, that's good. It's more special when you were born and raised. Okay, because some people are born and then they move out. Or other people aren't born, aren't raised, and they just adopt it. I've seen that happen in Salinas. I've seen a few of the West Siders. They jumped and they started coming over here or representing over here. I get it. But you can't be on the YouTube Yarda. You ain't even stepped on the Yarda. You won't even know how it operates. So you're on the juvenile hall Yarda. Okay, let's just leave that. And Banda World, same thing. He's on the county Yarda, so he's just gonna stay in Twin Towers. That's as crazy as it's gonna get to him. But anyways, laugh out loud, not in my house, bro. That's right, cabron. Are you Mexican or Mexican? People get upset, way. And it's like, bro, if this was fucking Africano tube, Spanish tube, Armenian tube, Roman tube, Italian tube, I'd be saying the same thing. I'm only putting on for the raza. Again, Mexicans, people get mad. People get mad, but I'm only going to put on for the raza, and I can only tell you from my experience, the members only, you got a treat that's uploading right now. And it's actually going to show you, I don't want to put it out there, but it's going to show you a lot of where I come from. That's all I'm going to say. Torta Slayer, órale, handle your business, cabrón. That's right, Maxine. I appreciate you, amiga. Happy 1977, girl. We got the Chicano Tube ladies are deep in the comment section tonight. Tonight. It's actually lunchtime. What am I talking about? Well, here's another Chicano Tube lady. I appreciate you. Sacred Hurt is a day oneer. You might see Sacred Hurt on the channel too. The ladies representing. Good afternoon from East Los. Hope you've been well, Mikey and the missus. I appreciate you. Shout out to East Los. Shout out to the whole 323-213. 310, right? I think 310 is that theirs too. What they talking about, man? We talk about Throwback Thursday, cabron. That's what we're talking. A little bit of everything and anything that's going on. YouTube, yada that shit all the time. Cheeseman Tube. I got Marvelous. I guess I might as well just let the cat out of the bag now because he was in the comment section not too long ago. It's coming up real soon. We got a lot to talk about. These characters that just jump on YouTube that are way out. I mean, these 60-year-old men sitting in their cars talking. It's crazy. Um, and we'll talk a little bit about everything. You know what I mean? Growing up. Compare the cultures. Let's compare the culture. Marvelous on how he grew up. And then we'll compare the culture to how I grew up in the heart of the Alisal district. And so I will say this is the members only video that's coming out. The first house where I was born was what I argue with people. I'll debate it with anybody from Salinas, was in the middle, in the heart of the most dangerous war zone in Salinas. I'll just say that. I'll just say that. So the reason I say that is not to be a tough guy, but it just adds more weight to the fact that I am a survivor. Shit. I survived this shit. And that's why when you survive some real shit, you don't want no one else to go through it. Not even your worst enemy. I don't even want my worst enemy to go through what I went through to grow up. Shit, man. Stay in school, youngsters. Beanie. That's right, Cabra. Oh, another, let me go ahead and make another announcement. I'm gonna be doing a special cameo appearance, whatever you want to call it, sitting on the couch. I will be in September on the G Lou show. So I want to give a shout out to G Lou, his producer Dee Dee. Shout out to her for reaching out, setting the appointment. Real recognized real. That's what it is, you know. And at the end of the day, ultimately, what I'm trying to do is help out the pinchy youngsters, put the pinchy glizzies down. It's not that serious. And run the fade, man. Hit Cesar Chavez Park, run the fade. Well, a lot of the youngsters now, they like they gravitate more toward Roosevelt Park. We've seen the youngsters talking more about the Rose and Roosevelt Park. That's cool. That is right there in the neighborhood. It's just going up to the Jalicense, which before was a Wendy's, which before was a Church's Chicken, and etc. Happy 1977, girl. That's right. And Sacred Heart giving shouts out. That's right. The women supporting women. Like my wife says, empowering women. Because for us, they say that they knock them down a lot. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Oscar, again, he came out. So this is what Oscar's doing, gente. Let's just put this out there. Oscar is going to be in a tanga every week the rest of his life. He doesn't give a shit. Why? Because imagine if he just did a G-string video once and then he never wore a G-string again, then it'll look embarrassing. But if he comes out in a G-string every single week and now he's G-string Oscar, where everything is out there, you know, the bare minimum is covered, then he's just he's a little zesty, man. He's a little zesty. Let's see Trump on the podcast. That's it. Wait, imagine the numbers that would do. Shit, I don't know why Joe Rogan hasn't had Trump on there. He's very neutral. He's down the middle. I'll tell you what, man. Joe Rogan, don't lie, Joe. We know that you went to Texas because of the policies. Don't lie, Joe. We know you went to Texas so they can take less taxes from you, and it's open carry. Crime is super low because over there they got a lot of zero tolerance, which motherfuckers from California, we don't like that, right? Etc. Over here, they throw enhancements on you and shit, like right away. On the last term, it was almost all enhancements on what I did. Shit, I'm good. You can keep your 186.22s.
Happy 1970 says 49ers. She's laughing. That's right. Ruben C. That's right, cabrón. That football season back up. Huh? Yeah, but I'm not getting the Sunday ticket. This is the first time in like 12 years that I don't resubscribe to the Sunday ticket because I found out last year when it moved to YouTube that they weren't showing any of the pinchy 49ers games at all. So I'm like, if the 49ers are going to be on local channels, I got Spectrum internet. So I'm going to just keep, oh, and they got like a basic package that's like $25 or $20. I'm going to do that and watch the Niner games from the pad. Not religiously, gente, not every single weekend. I got to keep it real. I'm not one of these guys. I may share memes, but I'm going to put it out there because I'm transparent. I'm not one of these guys that's going to sit and watch a football game for 2 hours and not only take a leak when there's a commercial. I'm not that hardcore, gente. I'm not that pinchy hardcore, but we're going to talk about it and talk shit. My brother-in-law is going to be right beside me. He's Rams all the way. Yeah, he's Rams. And he's from Salinas. He's right here all his life. I'm not gonna put him out there, but my brother-in-law, he's Rams, so it's gonna be good, man. 59 in the house. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you, cabrón. Gracias, man. I already clipped it. Hey, clip that shit, my boy. Clip that shit. Eastside Paramount. Here we go. Now we got someone from Paramount let me see if Eastside Paramount can comment on this because now they're talking about Swifty telling allegations. Telling on who? Because I don't know. Because when they were talking about the dude Criminal, it was a whole different thing. Criminal didn't tell on anybody. The reason that I consider Criminal snitching is because he grew up in that environment under certain codes, and you cannot be on paperwork. You can't be on anyone's paperwork. There can't be anyone breathing on planet Earth that has you in their discovery making statements about them. You can't. Well, the guy came home. Well, he looked a little nervous. Well, he slept on my couch. I gave him some feria and he left. That's too much. You're done. He's done. He can't come back from that. Absolutely. There's no way he can't come back from that. But Eastside Paramount 13, what are they saying about Swifty now? Lucky came out. Here's Cheeseman Tube now. Lucky came out and said CJ has been messaged. CJ's Cholo Juan. He's been messaging him to get on the podcast. But Lucky said this with that guy, Big Stomps. The other day, I watched about an hour. I think a little over an hour. Half of it I watched. And he said that because he's doing interviews with Swifty, that shows that he's willing to sit down with just anybody. Oh man, I don't know about that, cabron. Again, I don't know, but maybe Eastside Paramount knows. Ruben C, it's free and easy. Hit that like. Yeah, exactly. Hit that like, man. You guys should be hooking up right there in the comment section. You guys should be. I don't know why you guys ain't dropping your IG links, man. Drop them IG links. Let's build the community from YouTube over to IG. IG doesn't get enough love. You know, I always share to IG, but just doesn't get enough love. So start dropping your links and hook up over there. Question: do you think the United States actually has enough civil unrest to possibly cause another civil war in the near future? No, no, because the United States will never, as much unrest as I don't care, you know, like, okay, well, look at Uncle Trump. And when he was in office, every weekend was a fucking forest fire, was a fire, right? This happened, that happened, and so for 4 years they talked about him, that everything is horrible, and they pointed the finger at him, which we know is complete bullshit, right? And what were the numbers showing though? So again, it's never gonna get, because if we go into civil unrest and we end up a third world country, it's never gonna go that way. Period. And when the mob hates you, they fucking hate you. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm not comparing Uncle Trump, cálmase gente, to the Lord. No, don't get it twisted when I say this. But this is mob mentality. This is mob, which is actually a bad thing, because if they want to out you, they'll out you for no reason other than hate. Trip out on this. There was a story in the Bible, and I'm not trying to get deep on you guys. Okay, this ain't fucking Bible talk on Chicano Tube. There's a story in the Bible, and finally, when they arrested the Lord, he was up there, and they didn't really have no charges on him. They didn't know what to say about the Lord. Well, they didn't know it was the Lord. They just knew it was Jesus of Nazareth. And they said, okay, they didn't know what to do because they didn't have no charges. They said, do you want us to release him Jesus of Nazareth, or do you want us to release Barabbas? Now that motherfucker Barabbas, that guy was a rapist. He was a killer. He was a dude you don't want to meet in a dark alley. And guess what the mob and the crowd said? Release to us Barabbas. That's the first instance that you can tell in the Holy Bible when they hate you. They don't give a fuck how much you're helping the people. They just hate you because they're sheep. Rasa, please don't go interview on Adam 22. He's a Grand Mason. He's a culture vulture. I know what you mean, cabron. But okay, let me tell you like this, Johnson Field. Respectfully. A real dude from the streets, real guys don't get a lot of opportunities. And I'm talking about real guys. And this only the streets knows who belongs to them, who's real. Okay. And I mean street related. To me, a real one is someone that takes care of their family, no matter what your job is, a janitor, Carl's Jr., whatever you're doing, you're taking care of your family, you're a grown ass man. You got all my respect. But anyways, not many real ones get opportunities, bro. So if you had a real one like who's a real one? Oh, Sambo just came to mind. That's one of Gold Toast's closest partners from Houston, Texas. A lot of people don't know Sambo's story. He's the founder of Tango Blast. He's the founder. So he's a real one. He's solid. Now look at him. After 30 years, he's out. You know, I'm sure he tells a story on how he founded it and all that because the inmates needed, protection, etc. The Raza did. Okay. But he's a real one. So if he got invited to Adam 22's and he took it, ain't no one gonna say shit about it. Because he's a real one. Again, respectfully. So opportunity, once you hit that couch, your stock goes up. Now, people want to say Adam 16. I don't know none of that stuff. I don't. And you don't really see, I don't even know if they wiped a lot of that stuff off the internet. You don't even see that stuff off the internet. You know what I mean? So I don't know if if people are moved on or if it was bullshit or if it was true or not. I don't know. Shit, Chicano Tube is the shit, my boy. I appreciate you, cabron. That's right, man. I appreciate you. I have lots of stories. Most of them are lies, though. Hey, well, tell them, cabron. Start a channel. Shit. You know what I mean? Just make it, fuck it, all. It's going to be all fiction. You know what I mean? The fiction channel. Shout out Chicano Tube all day. That's right, cabron. Tony A says all Chicano podcasters are chismosos, but he does the same thing. Now, I never heard him say that. So are you just stirring the pot way or what? Because I never heard him say that. I know Tony. I talk to him frequently on the phone. The way our conversations have gone, I know that he's cut from that old school cloth. Tony, when I start mentioning like Cheese Tube stuff, he doesn't even know. He doesn't even watch YouTube. He's a YouTuber and one of the biggest Chicano podcasts out there, but he does this shit like he does for me. It's a hobby. And if he can help artists, that's why he wants to do it, to help artists. Pretty soon we're going to get to the point where people are going to come on and do mic drops on Chicano Tube because it's going to pop. Plus, where I'm located at, I got all NorCal right down the street. And yes, it is Central California and it is Northern California. I know Pocho's listening, cabron. Este way. He says it's not. Pocho wants all of it to be Northern California. There's no Central Valley. There's no Central Coast. It's all Northern California. I see where he's coming from. But everyone that got Central Coast blasted on him in the 90s, we say, I don't know. Colton's in the casa. That's right. Salutes to you. Now I've been in the prison for 26 years. Only been 1 year that I've been home. And I work for a contract. Well, bro, I hope you have the right head on your shoulders, carnal. Prayers going your way. And you don't got nothing to prove to no one, bro. Because at the end of the day, 26 years, I'm almost certain that if you could take that time back, you would. I'm almost certain, like 99.99. If you can go back in time, be in school, attend the prom, do normal shit, have a career by now, and be living on a pinchy house overlooking the hills or the beach, we would all do that. Because, it's every heartbeat, bro, it's one heartbeat fucking closer to leaving this world. That's real shit. So there's a 26 years of heartbeats, man. But I hope you're doing positive, man. I hope you're doing good. And I'm up here in Salinas, bro. If there's anything I can do, get a hold of me, man. My IG's Chicano too, bro. Serio. Lucky will catch a fade with his guest like energy. Damn, I know. I mean, sober lucky now. I think it's sober lucky. We'll know. Okay, has he drank since his AA announcement? I don't know. Has he drank, or was that, like I said, Dubs did the same thing? The pendejo Dubs, butt buddy with the runner. He did the same thing, and he was drinking in a week and doing the same shit, sex playing, grabbing his shit in front of the ladies, all that shit that he was doing. You know, he went from someone that had clecha to, he reminds me of que mala eres. He's just a hyena laughing all the time. Sencal, I appreciate you, cabron. That's one of my day zeros right here, man. Matter of fact, I was working in, it was in Baker's, and Sencal pulled up. That little house was nice, huh, cabron? They rent these little private properties that are like ranch style houses for weddings. I appreciate you pulling up, man. Shout out to Rick Rios, badass photographer in Bakersfield. And someone said, Baker's is Northern California. So, you know, historically, the dividing line has been Bakersfield, but that's inland dividing line. What is the coastal dividing line? I'm telling you, we are. I'm telling you. 805, as soon as you go from the 805 to the 831, that area code, that is when Northern California starts. Exactly, yes. But 805 and the 831 are both Central Coast because we're right off the water and we're right in the middle. You can't just say there's no central way, or why the fuck would they even invent a word central? There's a center of everything. Cálmase, cabrones. Lord Nemesis is laughing. That's right. I paroled GP. Hey, no matter what, you paroled. Wait, you know, I was high control. I was supposed to get out on a Saturday. They held me another 3 days. And that was fucked up, man. Salute to the racita. That's right, cabron. That's right, man. But it was so long ago. I want to forget those things. I really do. You know, I don't mind like when I go on podcasts, okay? They're gonna ask me questions. That's great. It actually puts more bearing on the fact that now, you know, I am who I am because you see the glory, but you don't know the story. So I don't mind them asking me those questions on how I fucked off my teenage years and only went to high school 6 months. We'll get into all of those years and all of those unfortunate cases when I do interviews. So you might see that on the G. Lou show if he asks those questions. I'm gonna let him do it. Arriba los mexicanos, homie. That's right. That's right. Burbank. Burbank is in the casa, man. That's all right. Shout out to you, cabron. That's right. Burbank is deep. Grumps is in the casa. I appreciate you. Here's where the raza kicks back, cabron, on Chicano Street. Here I am about to creased up in the escalator en route to an in and out. Well, I just came from there. I just came from there, cabron. And then after that, I did a little video that I'm going to put in the members only. I just recorded a little video about 15, 20 minutes ago. I'm going to put that one in the members only. Actually, like 40 minutes ago. I'm going to put that one in the members only. That's a special one for you guys, man. Special one. Saludos the East Los from Watson 831. That's right, man. Beanie, that's right. Ernesto, we're going to talk about all that stuff. I want to talk about it because guess what? I'm going to keep this real. I'm going to keep it real. Something that a lot of the raza needs to do is unprogram ourselves from what we've been taught. Once you find out this educational system, and I'm talking about flat earth, once you find out that they handpicked this educational system, so you will fucking believe what they tell you, you will believe who is a hero, you will believe who's a villain. Once you find out, and then they leave off the one of the biggest, I mean, tragedies that it's ever happened, the biggest black eye to the United States, which they basically stole the land from the natives in the name of the Lord, in the name of civilized property ownership, whatever you want to call it. They stole the fucking land, bro. Why isn't that in history? What about the natives when they were in boarding schools? You know, if the native parents didn't send their kids to the boarding schools, they wouldn't get rations to eat for the day. They would starve them if they wouldn't send the kids to the boarding took the extra 30% of the land from Mexico and they started indoctrinating. And don't forget they burned all of the natives books and the biggest pinchy bonfires in fucking United States history. They try to wipe away history of the people. So once you understand that, cabron, why would it be too far off if they lied to you and said the earth is round when it's not? It wouldn't be that far off. They've done worse. I'm 45, grew up on Hebron Street, never joined the hood, but I miss growing up there because it got crazy. Had homies on both sides, and 89 came around, y valió madre. 89. Now you're talking about the Uzi years and when automatic weapons and crazier shit started happening. I know, man. Yeah, yeah. I got stories in the members only, of I grew up right there. I grew up on Meyer Court. You know where Meyer Court is? Yeah, I grew up on Meyer Court. That's the house behind the East Market liquor store. That's the alley that comes out to Hebron, goes off of Hebron, comes back to Hebron, and I was right between East Market and Fremont Street. So I say I grew up in the most dangerous war zone, and people don't want to believe it. Members only shit. But hey, I appreciate you, Jose Villa. That's right, cabrón. I seen a solid youngster from Hebron the other day at the post office too. Ah, man, I forgot his name, man. He knows who he is, man. He tunes into the channel. He appreciates the love, the respect. He appreciates the unity of the raza message. That's principle. And a lot of the homies do too. They don't express it because they can't. But when they see me one on one, they're like, hey, keep doing what you do, because what you're doing possibly down the line help my son or daughter. It's concealed carry. Oh, okay, it's concealed carry, but you can carry. You can carry. I seen cohetes on the dashboards. Last time we went, me and the wifey were at the Cracker Barrel to get breakfast. The dude had a 45, big old dirty Harry right off the hip. That wasn't concealed. Damn. Mike, we know you love Khalifa, but there's a line where you consider moving away from Califas. Uh, I would still have a home here. I would still have a house here. Never permanently and never come back. No, no, not even, bro. Because once you get to the hot states, you miss it. Once you get to the cold states, you miss it. Once you get to the states where it's all flat lands and you don't see shit and everything's flat, then you miss it. So I would have a pad here like I do and just leave it a touch and go house, but never 100%. No, man, no. Plus, I got moms right here. So what I got to do is, as soon as I get a little ranch property, I'm gonna take moms and bury her on my property, like Yosemite, like Yellowstone. That's what I want to do. So I got to be in California at least for that, bro. Because every time I come see moms, there's always a bunch of bullshitters, man. Too loud. I lost both of my heifers when I was barely 34. Being only child shit mess. If you ever heifers, appreciate them. Hey, that's right, cabron. That's right. That's a story of strength, cabron. You come up from the ashes. Or not. That shit, you had to come up from the ashes, man. Shit, a lot of the homies, they fucking they lived in motels, hotels. We didn't realize our situations, until we got older, because we were just friends. We grew up on the same street, but they stayed in hotels. And I was like, well, where you at? You're at the hotel? Oh, okay. They lived at hotels, went to the same schools. They were partners, but we didn't know how we had it. You know what I mean? Marky Mark gonna play Julio Cesar Chavez in a bio. That's a fail. That's a fail. I mean, come on now. Julio Cesar Chavez, Marky Mark. I mean, shout out to him and the Funky Bunch, but nah, bro. We need a Mexican to play that. I only watch sports when I place a bet. Hey, I never put a dollar or a coin in a machine way. That's not my thing neither. When I go to Vegas to shoot the shit, it's never in the slots. And then when we go visit the family, like out there, my wife's family, or her pops that lives in Chicali. I go over there. I hang out with the cousins. They go to like a little restaurants where they got slot machines and sit and drink and eat. It's never been my thing, man. Up from the ashes, orale. I'm looking at the avatar, cabron. What the hell is that, bro? Let me see. Is that the alley in the hood? Up from ashes, Grumps, Raiders. That's right. Bang that shit. Swifty is the little homie from the barrio. Never heard of him telling. Okay, he's the little. Okay, so you're maybe my generation, a little bit older. He's a little homie. Never. Again, I don't. The what we got to do is understand it's innocent till proven guilty. It's funny how someone gets allegations on him, and then the people expect him to fucking hit the podium and declare his innocence right away. No, and the power move to declare your innocence is show paperwork. That's why Alvin doesn't belong on the YouTube Yarda, because if he were to hit the real YouTube Yarda, he'd have to show his paperwork. Is there something we shouldn't see, Alvin? That's why he's not on the YouTube Yarda. But anyways, YouTube's transcripts are paper apparently. Oh, you mean like if you strike a channel? I get it. I mean, I put myself in people's shoes. Um, for two things. One, If it's a business, then we're only doing business on YouTube. That means you're affecting my money. You're doing a bunch of reactions and you're getting paid off of me. Or like it's the Mikey channel and everything is shit talking about me and you're making money. That's business. The street shit, yeah, it looks bad. It looks bad. Because now you're telling. And that does look bad. If your allegiance is to the streets, my allegiance is to my family. I don't give a shit. Salute Swifty. He just got his YouTube plaque today. One of the few to do. That's right, cabrón. See, I ain't hating. That's right. He got his YouTube plaque. That's right. Cholo Juan's thirsty for clout. No, bro. He's not thirsty. I think he just knows that the 15 minutes is coming up. And you have to continue to ride the wave. So when he was hot and every podcaster was pulling on his strings to come on the channel, that was the time to do big moves. And I try to help him. One of the big moves he could have done at that time was run a fade, right? It could have been a nice little 20, 30K bag in his pocket. What would have been another power move? Push a merch store, push a brand. He should have pushed a product, or at least invested in a product and come out with a prototype, something. But if he was just gonna hit podcasts and then lay back and chill, no, he knows that he's got to get on Hood Stocks, but Hood Stocks won't have him because Hood Stocks just said, and Lucky's a man of his word. He says he'll sit with just anybody. I don't know what he meant. I think he was talking about Swifty. Victor Big Worm. He invited Cholo Juan to Hood Stocks though when Big Stomps was there. He invited Cholo Juan to Hood Stocks when Big Stomps was there. Okay, I didn't hear that, cabron. And I did hear the whole Cholo Juan, Big Stomps interview. I thought that dude was hilarious, man. He's a clown, man. He definitely is a clown. He's a prankster. He'd be a cool pinche Sally, I guess. FEMA2 was laughing. Grand Mason or Grand Puto? Who knows, right? These last 4 years, no forest fires, huh? No, because you have to believe everything is great. You only cause forest fires when you want to blame somebody. It's him, and they're the ones fucking setting the fires. Look what just happened. It's him. It's him. So at the convention, the last one, the DNC, they mentioned him 300 times, and they mentioned the economy 3, the border 2, inflation 4. Do you see what I'm saying? This is the mob. This is the mob. So I'm just saying the people are awake now. The people are awake. All that fucking sheep shit. Come on, that shit is over with, man. But we can tell some people still wear masks. You can tell who watches TV. They wear a mask. To each his own. To each his own. It's just the flu, gente. You don't got to be scared of the flu the rest of your life. It's just the flu. Tony says it all the time. He said it again last night. Chismosos. Okay. I mean, what do you want me to do? He's a grown ass man. Wait, what do you want me to do? You know what I mean? Let Tony A do what Tony A does, cabron. Who else is shutting down a whole club, renting a whole club, and throwing a whole thing for their subscribers? Who? I'll wait. Who? Again, I'm going to say it one more time. Who else is shutting down a whole club for the subscribers to have a party? Who? I'll hold. Pocho's crazy. Yeah, Pocho's crazy. He's full of energy. He's full of energy, man. That's right, cabron. And you know what? And when Pocho comes on the podcast, the haters come. Norby's comes. Everyone got their own group of haters. That's all right, cabron. That's all right. Imagine if you were everyone's fucking best friend. Something would be wrong, right? You'd be considered like a people pleaser or something, right? So I ain't anybody's best friend. I am Mikey, and people fuck with me just because they know how I am. I don't bullshit. I don't dilly dally. Give it to me straight, or don't give it to me. Carlos McMartin's in the casa. That's right. I appreciate you, cabron. He got a Super Saiyan about to elevate, cabron, and throw pinchy fireballs. Real ones. What is the definition of a real one? There's different. I think I just got done saying that, or maybe I'll say it now. There's different definitions depending who you ask. What is a standard? Are we talking about in society, a mature grown ass man, or the most common usage of the term real one, someone that is not on paperwork, went to the juveniles, went to the state, still in the community, still in the neighborhood. That That's the opposite. So there's two different sides. If you ask me who to ask who's the real one, ask their children. Because to be honest with you, I don't want to fuck with anyone that doesn't take care of their kids. I don't. And that's just me. I don't know if that's just a Salinas thing that was instilled in me, but that's bad. That's like those two dudes uh, in the Lacey Peterson case. I mentioned this last time when we were talking about paperwork. I'm like, as soon as they hit Stanislaus County and their face was on the news that they unalived a pregnant mom and the baby, they, those dudes begged for a polygraph test and the results because they had to show the paperwork because they were about to hang them high inside the county jail, piss on them, light them on fire, and then when he hits the ground, do it all over again. If that would have been true, so there's certain codes. I get it. To me, a real one is someone that wakes up every day, gets on the grind, takes care of their family. Period, and you have nothing to prove to nobody. I don't give a fuck if you're a podcaster with 1 million subscribers. You ain't shit if you don't take care of your kids or your family. You ain't shit. Coton's in the casa. That's right, my boy. That's right. Kilbula Floyd. That's right. Eastside Paramount. That's right. Skeptic Tank. Orale. He's thinking about a skeptic tank. So, Skeptic Tank, why do you think Kamala Harris has been the DNC nominee, Democratic nominee, for over 45 days and hasn't done a single interview? Why? Skeptic Tank. Let me know what you think. Why is she the first presidential nominee that in 45 days of her first of all, she didn't get the votes from the Democratic Party. First of all, she didn't get any delegates. So she ended up being, when Biden ran, the least popular voted Democrat. She got 3% of the 100% vote that they thought she could run the country, and she hasn't done one interview. Why? Because it's Biden 2.0. When are you gonna go on with Fred from Two Face Entertainment? That's right, my boy. So me and Fred from Two Face Entertainment, we know a lot of the same people, right? I know he recently posted about the Central Coast thing. Pinchi Pocho, look what you did, cabron. I told Pocho, I said, hey, say a question, something that people are gonna engage with. He says, "Are we NorCal?" I'm already knowing the answer when he gets done with the reel, and I helped him shoot the reel. I'm already knowing, but I'm already knowing it's gonna be a good one. Me and Fred know the same people. I just posted on my IG story, the ambassador of the 831 gente. This is who I think is putting on more than anyone else on the 831. And people can say, well, he's not raza. He's not. Well, I know he's not raza. That's my brother, my 372, East Side brother, Young Gun. I know he's not raza. His families, they were there when I told the story. We watched Friday when it came out in the movie theater. And his family was there. They took up like half the theater, or his family. Most of them were cousins, or just other affiliates. They're all 372s. So shout out to them. So when am I gonna have Fred on here? I don't know. But me and Fred, I actually invited him over when Norby's was here. I invited Fred. He was close by. He hit me up. I told him to stop on by the studio, but he couldn't. California identity issues. We ain't going back to that, cabron. We ain't going back because you commented risky business. You said something about a Mexican. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's like, of course, I identify that. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But, anyways, telling a Mexican he's not Mexican, that's almost like Risky. When Risky says it, he goes, oh, I'm almost going to have to revoke his Mexican card. Bro, you can't. No one can, bro. Can no one revoke the 40-something years of Mexican memories in my head, bro? Can no one revoke all the summers in Mexico, about 13 summers straight in Mexico, 2 months at a time? Can no one revoke none of those memories? You know what I mean? They can call me Pocho, but I give it up because of the way I dress. That's it. That's it. If not, I'll put on the botas que hubo. Like when I went to Story and King on Cinco de Mayo, I had the Tejana on. The black Tejana, that dark blue long sleeve shirt, that was a badass one. I actually DJ'd that night, Cinco de Mayo, when I came back from Story and King. And the raza, the people that 5, 6 people we took selfies with, shout out to them, man. The government will show up and kidnap the kids and take them to the boarding school. I'm saying there's a lot of history that's not being told. So is flat Earth really some kind of radical idea? I mean, I'm just keep it real. Well, we'll get into that because I guess the cat's out of the bag. Marvelous is coming on the channel. Another Chicano that's Chicano verified with the blue check mark. He's coming on the channel, man. Shout out to Marvelous, man. I can't wait for that conversation. I'm fucking pumped, man. I'm pumped. Yeah, real history is not pretty as not, but why hold it? You see what I'm saying? It's because it's a black eye. It's crazy. I know. That's marvelous. Why he says raza is only for Mexicans when the meaning is of any rare example, black raza, Mexican raza. Okay, it's the way. I'm not certain, but I can almost say this with certainty. We all know this is including Marvelous Minds. Shout out to him. We all know the original standard definition of raza. It means race. So what I'm gonna start doing maybe to not confuse the raza is say la raza. La raza, like Cesar Chavez said, la raza. You know, Alvin, someone sent me a clip. Alvin, he's been saying he's more Latino, Latino. That's good. I know he stalks me, even though he blocked me, but I know he stalks me. That's good. And I'm not trying to rehash old shit, but it's like me going to another country, Chechnya. I'm going to Chechnya and I'm telling Chechnyans when I have 0% Chechnyan blood, that country sounds trippy on Chechnya. I have 0% Chechnyan blood, yet I'm supposed to tell them the definition or the terms for their people? Come on, man. That's a hard pill to swallow for some, and I know it is for Alvin, but to each his own. If I was Irish, it'd be Irish tube, and I have the biggest Irish flag blasted on me. But it is what it is. A good book to start. Lies, my teacher told me. Okay, there we got a good read recommendation. Shout out to Sacred Heart. I appreciate you, amiga. Lies. Last night we watched the Sacred Heart. Have you ever seen The Boy Next Door with J Lo? That was a trippy one. You know where I was trying to watch new ones on Netflix. J Lo, The Boy Next Door. It's a trippy one, man. That one's a trippy one. The dude goes psycho, man. Instead of fatal attraction for the gabacha, is like on that movie, The Boy Next Door, Fatal Attraction, but it's the Gavacho. Of course, J Lo's attractive and stuff like that, but damn, that was a trippy one. That's right, DC4L. I appreciate the super chat again, man. I appreciate the super chat again. Who stole my wrench? Little Mike. I don't know who stole the wrench, carnal, but there's been a lot of people getting thrown off the tira, and I think I'm gonna have to start again. Dispensa, gente. But Little Mike, we're about to start in October, the very first week, carnal, the promo for Paradigm and Mile High Hustle. The reason we didn't start early, gente, we had to give them adequate time to get ready. First off, okay, which this is it's a long training camp. I understand. We took from a summer to a fall gap. That's all right. Everyone else that I tried to get run the fade, they weren't gonna run it. They basically, I'm not gonna put their names out here, but they basically admitted to me the beef was for views. I'm not gonna I don't put out text messages, I don't put out screenshots, nor I'm gonna put out conversations. But I'm just speaking in general. I try to make it another 2 fights before November, but at the end of the day, it was all talk. So no one's stealing wrenches, cabrones, but I am gonna have to minimize them down because I had like 5 day oneers get whacked. And usually it's not the ladies, cabrones. Let's keep this a buck, okay? Usually it's the guys, gente. They're going in there and they're whacking people just to get them to DM me. And then I gotta try to figure out who it is again. Where's our president, bro? I think he's weekend at Bernie's. I think he's out, and I think every day they're meeting right now. They already got this shit planned, bro. They already got it. One thing that's not gonna happen is the people are not gonna do mail-in ballots no more. They're not gonna do that mail-in shit no more because we saw what happened. Yes, it was stolen. Absolutely was. Do you think for the first time in how long in the presidency, in the history of the presidency, the first time they do mail-in ballots? That's not going to look suspicious for one. And for two, there's not going to be a question mark on that candidate. So they're not going to do that anymore. So forget all this monkey this and this virus that. No, they're not going to do that no more because the people aren't having that shit. Now, there won't be no civil unrest, though. No, we're not a third world country. King and Story. That's right, cabrón. That's where I go. That's every Cinco de Mayo. I go out there with the raza, with the family, man. They have a bunch of booths. It's a good old time, cabron. Our left wing, you know what I'm saying? People, I don't know if they have full control of it. Exactly. Yeah, they could all be controlled, right? All of it. That's why we have alternate media. Or at least you have people like me that are willing to, I don't give a shit if they strike the channel, give me 3 strikes at once. I'm going to tell you the truth, exactly what the policies that are helping the raza. The raza's been waiting to buy houses the last 4 years. They can't even buy a house. And this $25,000 they want to give you to a down payment. Guess what they do off that? That's not a silent 25,000. First off, that's not a silent 25. That they're gonna give you a silent second mortgage for that 25,000. Raza, hear me out. This is what people don't know. They're gonna give you a second mortgage with the 25,000, and if you sell or refinance, they got a percentage owning foothold in your house the rest of your life. I'm gonna say that again. 25,000, they're gonna give you a silent second loan for the 25,000, which you could be like, fuck it. If I qualify, I'll take it. I'd rather have my keys. Okay. But when you now they have ownership of the home. They don't tell you that. I'm telling you that. I do politics, Mike, but I'm conspiracy theory combos all day. Yeah, we got into about Charles Manson last time and MK Ultra way. That's interesting. I burned those documentaries out way. Back when Joe Rogan came out with 9/11, I watched all those documentaries, bro, because he was talking about Bohemian Grove and Alex Jones went deep on 9/11. It's the most watched podcast of all time. And every single topic that was there, I keyword searched it on my own and I burned out all of the documentaries. I had too much time on my hands back then. That was pre-COVID. No, I don't watch TV or movies. Yeah, it's just there. Mostly the kids watch it, amiga, for us. Flat earthers are onto something, but they sound crazy as fuck. But what about scientific testing way? What about when they say certain things that really get me? Like when they say, how come you can't see a circular horizon? How come you can't see on a plane anything round? I mean, there's a lot of things that I don't know, but Marvelous is coming on the podcast and we're going to clarify. Have you watched the movie The Finest Kind? No, but let me check that one out. Got to watch The Hater. That's right, cabrón. Mr. No Name, 1994. That's right, Ruben C. Roll call, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I'm right here visiting moms live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Tomorrow, we got a special guest. We have Miss Chicano Tube. So I need the ladies to check in like they did today. I need the ladies to check in tomorrow night. Miss Chicano Tube no tiene pelos en la lengua. She doesn't hold back. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But it's fact. It's not feelings, gente. Unless you want feelings or you want fiction, then that's elsewhere. But it ain't gonna be on Chicano too, man. Life is too short. The raza's been misrepresented. You got pendejos like Alvin misrepresenting the raza. He gets into an issue with a podcaster and wants to call all the community. I need all my 80,000 followers to show up at this fucking studio and no tiene que le echar el way, just to say it very simply. But live on Chicano Street, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm going to wrap this one up. I'll see you guys on Friday night. Remember what I always say, mi beautiful linda raza. Remember what I always say. In the end, all you got is the memories.